Retailers get a really hard time, and so I have to come out and say I'm on their side. I think externally the environment is changing to them, so even if there is a deep intuitive need or understanding rather of their customers and what they need, there are so many other factors that are changing that put those at odds, which is why I like to think that by collaborating, checking in with external parties, that we can keep them on the straight and narrow in our work, bring some objectivity into it, but that doesn't disregard or disrespect the intuitive expertise that they have. I think it's a very leading and complicated question to answer. We talked about it throughout the day today at the Omnichannel event, and I think it has to be taken at the context of retailer by retailer, organisation by organisation. I would never want to advise anyone to, where is your loyalty program? Yet another channel, because of the capex investment required and the maintenance, not least the GDPR responsibilities. I think it's okay for a customer to be, have a bit of a crush. We have a great time together, and then that might revisit itself again 12 months later. I don't think there's that rigor of it used to be this way. If we take our brethren in, say, the supermarket and grocery industry, the weekly shop and the loyalty of that is massively being disrupted. So we should learn from that and stay skeptical, I think. Surely there was a human scientist checking out the behaviour in the first cave shop. Somewhere along the line with the trending technologies and the very natural, the technology and platforms need to change. Then it becomes about payments, and there are these different trending chapters, if you like, that we need to go through. But I think all the way along, the original shopkeeper, he or she really knew her customers. She had that human interaction with her customers. And so we're just bringing that back into the fore now and making things more human. Again, one of the themes that came up today, which was terrific, was still the power of the brand ambassador and the real emotional, adrenaline, hormonal benefits of a real conversation, but about a new product. It could be the AirPods or the shoe or the item of clothing, but that human connection is terrifically important, which is why we would certainly like to have our human scientists, anthropologists, user experience directors in the mix, even at product development stage. I think it should be the top 3 opportunities, because state of mind is half the battle. And there are some really innovative things happening right now within retail. And for my own sake, my own motivation, I'm going to stay on that side, glass half full. And so it's a real period of real change. And I think one of the opportunities is around the brand ambassadors, so the employee population in these different organizations. We hear about the culture of work at these big tech players, and they have their indoor cycle tracks or their swimming pools or their milkshake machines. Actually, that does something psychologically to their workforce. And back to my point about humans, I think one of the real opportunities is to take those customer experience principles and make them employee experience principles, the user experience, and there's a really interesting connection there, I think between those two. A second and third opportunity in retail, I think permission to change our minds. We thought we needed this amount of stores, we've changed our mind. We thought we were pure play, we've changed our mind, and we've taken a baby step with a pop-up. And now, so there's a real, I think, permission actually, and strength in being vulnerable. A third, you're going to put me on the spot, but I think breaking down big dramatic changes into incremental, perhaps not as sexy an update to the board, but actually a much smarter, more prudent way to move as we make our updates and progress.